All right, everybody, we are here with the finals of the 2015 Star Wars LCG Regional at Covenant Tulsa. I'm Zach.
And I'm Tim.
And on the left, we have Steven. On the right, we have Jesse. Jesse coming into this double elimination finals undefeated, so he's going to have to lose 2 games. Otherwise, he walks away the 2015 regional champion. Steven needing to win back-to-back games here to walk away with the title.
So you might say this is an uphill battle for Steven.
Sort of uphill. It's 2 games. It's not impossible. Sweeps happen. A lot of sweeps happen throughout the day.
But it's definitely harder than having to win 1.
Sure. 2 is twice as many as 1. All right. Jesse revealing his objectives here. First time ever in a tournament running Sith control for him. And Steven revealing the Magical Mystery Tour. May the Force be with you. Heroes and Legends. Asteroid Sanctuary. And when Asteroid Sanctuary is your weakest objective on the board, you've done something correct.
Your deck might be built correctly.
Yeah, there's a lot of play here. We saw last game Steven having the 2 Heroes Journey with Heroes Beginning, none of the same objectives, and making use of it and being able to really explode out and just take over Sith control. So we'll see if Jesse can shut down the freight train here.
I am excited about this game, Zach.
Should be good. Visor Emperor coming out for 2. Rebel Assault.
It's a fine opening
Just kidding.
unit. Caught me off guard there, Zach.
Yep, that was a classic move back in the day. You always play the Protector first, just in case Rebel Assault was around the corner, which oftentimes it was.
Yeah.
Jesse discarded the Vader's lightsaber over there. Good call.
Not
going to
very
see
good
that
early game.
No, you're really just not going to play it for a while, even if you do have Vader. So, spinning 2 there. We'll see what else he has. Classic. Galactic Scum.
Seems good.
I like that he has it on a different level than the Advisor here because the Advisor's a resource. He treats him as a resource instead of a unit. I'm kind of the opposite.
Yep, same here.
All right, going to commit here. Galactic Scum, meaning he gets access to that beautiful Protect.
This seems like a pretty good opener.
Yeah, Council of Sith going to let him draw a card if he remembers, which I think he will. Going to take the Force. And Council. So we'll see what happens. Lot of plays here for Steven that could just be phenomenal.
Welcome to Jedi.
Ron's Guidance is the beginning of many of those plays.
Turn 0, Ron's Guidance, is one of the best things in this game.
Totally. And I see Unfinished Business.
Owen.
Oh, man.
Owen. Talk about a good card.
You mean the Jedi Sith Holocron that shuffles back into your deck?
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, seems pretty good. Opens up a lot of options, and I think really gives credence. I didn't, when I was looking at that going to this tournament, I was mainly looking at Unfinished Business. I'm going to be honest. But seeing that really to me opens up, you see here Heroes and Legends with Kyle Katarns. He has 2 Heroes Journey, so there's 2 Lukes. It opens up a lot of plays that were previously just not even imaginable. Yeah. Where you get that -3 and you get a free Yoda or a 1-cost Luke, and then you also have the resources to do something else. So he's jumping, trust your feelings. He should know the top card of his deck. I got a feeling we have a Protector and a pretty solid Jedi unit hitting the board.
I don't know why you would think that.
Math.
Yeah, this Jedi deck is doing what it does best, which is play good cards.
Yeah, that's something I think that right now the power curve is definitely tilted towards the light side, unquestionably, in my opinion. And I'm going to play Owen here. And part of it, to me, is that, particularly with the Jedi and even the Rebel decks, there's almost no cards in the deck that you don't want.
Right.
You're going to pay 1. Kyle, focusing down the Galactic Scum. So, I look at my Jedi deck, and it's just like there's maybe 3 or 4 total cards that are not good.
Yeah.
So every hand you draw, you're drawing a load of options and units that you actually want to be seeing. And there's just enough objective sets out to really not have to run objectives without all, or pretty much all, useful and good cards.
Yeah.
And I think that is something that, we've just seen developing where objective sets are, instead of having like a really good card and some mediocre cards, more often than not, you have good cards and then you have slightly under that, right? Where it's not like insane power levels, but just consistently good.
You have some great cards and some good cards.
Yeah, absolutely. Whereas before it was like super great, right? Like you have Vader, and then you have Choke. Oh, wait, just kidding.
Or you have the Moldy Crow and 2 Ruzan Colonists.
Absolutely. So it's really cool to see the development of that, but we'll see if Darkseid can hang in there this game.
Now, how good is Kyle?
How good is Yoda Yusik Yoda?
It's real good.
So we have, again, 2. This is what I'm talking about, right? 2 mains on turn 1 for Jedi is just it's not even a thing that happens before Owen Lars.
Yep. Yep.
Unless you have that crazy hand that Steven, like last turn, Steven had the double heroes journey where he had that many resources, but it came with a cost, right? Like the next turn he only had 3 resources. So seeing a Kyle Yoda turn 1, and he has May the Force be with you. No tactics on the board for Jesse to really stop a Yoda. This is just a lot of damage, and then he's going to get the Force.
Yeah, it's not what you want on Jesse's side of the board.
Yeah, but inversely, what Jesse does have that I didn't have in the last game is he has 3 units on the board.
Yeah.
So going to this next turn, he'll have some units, and he can start kind of locking down the board and save cards for the edge battle.
Yeah, for sure.
Yoda coming in.
Do you even block this?
I mean, Jesse has a hand he doesn't want. A lot of edge icons. You lose your protector if you lose this edge battle. If you win the edge battle, you still lose your protector.
Either way. But
you don't block.
Doing damage to Yoda.
Non-block. Steven is going to focus down the guard there. Kyle coming in. And you'll see this Jedi objective Steven's running is just pouring out damage from the turn 1.
It's a very aggressive deck.
Yeah. And it's just challenging you to keep up.
Yep.
All right, he's going to take the Force here with Yoda. I think he forgot to trigger the Asteroid Sanctuary roughly twice.
Yeah. So he's falling card. He's going to probably discard a card too. Springing the trap.
Spring the ambush?
Yeah.
That'd be funny. All right, so Jesse's going to have 5 resources here. He could very reasonably play a Darth Vader, right? He's going to play Fall of the Jedi, or use Fall of the Jedi, I think, taking damage there on the Galactic Scum. He needs to get rid of some cards.
Yep, Spring and Ambush, right?
No, that's, I forget the name. Spring Ambush is capturing the committed card.
Oh, yeah.
Looks like Jesse drew a Choke and a Rage, which is just totally useless right now. Rage only useful when you have Balance of the Force, which, even though the token says Dark Side right now, is incorrect. And Choke, also without Vader, is really just not packing any punch. All right. More Galactic Scum, not the worst thing in the world.
No, they're also a pretty good unit.
I always find it really... When I see Heroes and Legends, I always get nervous about the units I'm committing to the Force. And you also have Seeds of Decay. So now, basically having a Scum that you can have not committed and one that you can, I think leaves it open. Having a tactic super important going into your opponent's conflict turn is the dark side. Clicking the dial now, revealing the balance. And this is just... An issue here is that I think you kind of have to go in with the Galactic Scum to get the Force so that your Galactic Scum don't just each take a damage. That you lose that fight pretty quick.
It's a very tough call, I think.
But the thing is, like, if Yoda blocks, he's going to strike twice. You really need to win the edge battle, though.
Yeah. If you attack here, you need to win the edge battle.
It's a problem.
Yeah.
Galactic Scum at Heroes and Legends. Not the most threatening attack. Yoda coming in.
Coming in hot.
And this is going to create a systemic problem going into this next turn for Jesse because Steven's going to have units that can do damage. Looks like you didn't play anything at the edge there, Yoda?
Yep. Interesting.
I mean, it's fine. I think Jesse had to do what Jesse had to do. And now I think he just commits the Advisor, takes the Force, and has a way to protect both of those units.
Do you commit the Advisor?
I just think a deflection in some pain here if you don't have Protect on that Advisor. You don't have to, but...
That's fair. That's very fair.
You might. You could also just lock Yoda down. Double tactics. Commit the guard, take the Force.
Feels wrong.
It is wrong. It's an option, though.
Here's Legends on the board says otherwise.
You also have Rage, though. So it might not be wrong. That's another reason to commit the Advisor. Rajay. All right, only taking it with the Galactic Scum. Oh, there he goes. I think that's the right call.
Yeah, probably.
Especially with Rage in hand, you know you can unfocus it. if they seeds it or something.
Yeah.
But getting access to that protect, you just can't lose that unit right now, in my opinion. Also, with 3 Roosters open, you're really threatening Force Lightning.
You're threatening a lot of things.
Although if you had it, you probably just nuke Yoda, right? A la Heroes and Legends.
Probably. I don't know. Yeah, you do. You definitely do. Oh, and again.
Sweet. I think he's. I wonder if he's got 2 of those in his deck.
I'm pretty sure he was running 2 of them. He had 2 speeders, right?
Yeah, he did. I guess it's that good, man. That's a problem. As my good friend Joe always says, one thing he's known for it saying in Star Wars that gets me every time, and that is, if you ever find yourself with 3 of the main characters in the universe on the board at one time,
as light side,
you're probably going to win that game.
It's pretty slanted in favor.
Considering we have Luke and Kyle and Yoda with an unfocused Heroes and Legends,
it's brutality.
That's a lot. Target strike. This is a Jedi dream. I'm just trying to look in that hand, and I think I see another Yoda, which is just disgusting.
Yep.
Did I mention it was disgusting? Because he's going to get an attack with Yoda, bounce Yoda, put in a Yoda in, commit it to the Force, do the dance. If he has a Wolfman in his hand or something, it's just like...
Jeej. That is an intimidating-looking board.
Especially given the state of Jesse's board. You know you're losing the edge battle, or the Force struggle.
Yeah.
Those Galactic Scum are each going to take another damage.
Yeah.
And it gets tough, too, because like if you block with an advisor, right, and then lose the edge battle, and then like you lose another unit, like...
I mean, you're going to do what you have to do, but a lot of times that's not what you want to do.
Such is life, I guess.
Oh, bloody. So he's thinking about, going into the Yoda.
Yep. Just so much damage, man. And this is probably a preview. I mean, I think that new Heroes Beginnings objective set is a preview of the style of Jedi deck you should expect if you're going to be playing at Nationals or post-Nationals meta.
What Jesse needs here is double heat.
That'd be really good. 1 heat, actually. He has a choke, too.
Okay.
So, actually, if he can win the edge battle, he can get rid of Yoda. Although...
if he wins the edge battle, Steven's going to bounce him.
Yoda's getting Heroes and Legend. But he does 2 tactics here, so he really needs to win the edge battle. And as a Wolfman, shut the front door. 5-4, Steven wins the edge battle. That actually is probably the edge battle determinant. Like, that's the game. If Steven ends up winning, I think that's the moment where the game was decided.
Yep.
All right, 3 guns. Protecting 2 of them so as to not lose the unit. It was going to be tactics anyway.
But he's going to lose the Force struggle this turn.
It's a problem. He wants to do 1 to Yoda, right?
Yeah.
Which he's not going to get to do because Yoda spends his tactics there. And then now the advisor has to strike twice for no reason.
Yeah.
Ouch.
Yeah, it's brutality.
All right, well, and Luke gets to come in. He can hit that other Galactic Scum for 2, meaning Jesse's board is going to be...
wiped.
Not so healthy. Going at Council. I don't think Jesse can do anything here. He has Rage. Right?
Did he pitch it in the edge battle?
I hope not. That's your saving grace. All right, 2 over on the Galactic Scum like I thought, so losing the Force is going to be a problem.
It's probably going to... Heroes and Legends at Yoda now.
Yep. Also, Steven has not been drawing from Asteroid Sanctuary at all.
At all. Yeah. Doesn't need to.
Like a Bamboozle here or something is just like lights out. All right, here they come. Going to be 3 damage there on Council of the Sith, blowing it up. Jesse down to 1 objective. And if I've noticed anything in watching these back-to-back games of Steven, it is that this deck does damage, and it does it very effectively.
That's so brutal. It's going to clear those Galactic Scums. He's going to put the Wolfman in play.
The advisor's triple locked down. Luke's going to unfocus.
He notes the Asteroid Sanctuary detriment.
Yep. And he's choking on Luke, which won't
do anything right now.
I mean, it could. Vader choke draw here could be a Luke gone, but that's still, I mean, what does Vader do against this board? He loses.
Once again, Steven only needs to do 4 damage.
Yep. All right. Emperor's Web, not exactly what you want to see, but Tatooine Crash, that's cool.
Solid.
6 health. Now,
Oh, it's slave trade.
that's what I meant.
Yeah.
Same utility.
Yeah.
All right, getting rid of that library. And, at this point, Jesse just needs a miracle, which I don't think happens in this deck. And it's crazy to see because I don't know. I feel like this Jedi deck just got a touch faster and in a weird way.
I mean, I think that Owen really helped them accelerate.
And Unfinished Business. And honestly, having the Hero's Beginnings objective, being able to have those edge cards means
Without
you can...
getting rid of your hand.
Yeah, it means you can play out your hand, and it's still a viable turn because you'll have cards for the edge battle. A lot of really good options in this deck.
Yeah, for sure.
Again, the worst objective in the deck is Hero's Journey, the objective itself, but like Asteroid Sanctuary is probably the one you don't want to see, and it's still real good, even though he hasn't triggered it once.
Yeah.
All right, that's Jesse's deployment. That is a problem.
That's what we in the biz call a bum deal.
Yep. Can't win the Force, so Steven's going to need 3 damage, and he's got a bunch on the board.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on board.
With Edge 1. Vader's lightsaber on the Acolyte. Classic.
Seems good.
We've all been there, is the problem.
It's true. It's very true.
It's the problem.
Just get these cards out of my hand, please.
Yeah. It's crazy how fast this deck of Stevens is every time I've seen it.
It's real fast. I mean, there's a reason he's in the finals.
Yep. All right, Force, 1 damage to Fall of the Jedi. We are down to 3 damage, ladies and gentlemen. Can Steven finish it on this turn? I'm going to guess yes. We'll see what happens.
He's probably going to play a speeder or something.
Jesse has no tactics available to him. He has 4 cards for the edge battle. I almost saved lightsaber for the edge battle, but it doesn't matter.
He has no Sith resources open.
I mean, Steven has a tactics. He just attacks random slave trade with Yoda, and then I'll see you next week.
See you next week.
Spin 3. Okay, perfect.
Called it.
Land speeder. Yeah, land speeder going there. It's like if you don't block, he just redirects it and blows up the objective.
And if you do block, he just attacks it. And
if you do block, you lose. If you don't block, you lose.
Yep. So
he's blocking. He's going to go ahead and redirect because why not?
Yep.
Free damage is free. I see a Falcon in hand. Unfinished Business Falcon here would just be...
I mean, he doesn't need it.
I mean, it'd just be... He could kill 12 more objectives. Yoda.
Twist.
Oh, yeah. Get in there, Jesse. Doing everything you can. See, he had rage. Dude.
But he doesn't have any Sith resources open right now.
Okay. That's a mistake then. Why'd you play the lightsaber? You'd have another edge card and a rage. You had a way. Oh, man. Seeds?
He didn't have a way.
None way. All right. Tactics there. 2 to the objective. And that's going to be the ball game, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Let's finalize it here before we call it. Maybe Jesse has that crazy clear the board card.
I don't think that he does. He's choking.
Choke. Get out of here, Luke. And that's the game. Huge congrats to Steven. Now, these guys went on to play a second game in the finals, and it was a slog. But Steven ended up getting it. We're not going to be showing that game. So Steven is the regional champion. You can catch him at Gen Con, which we'll be covering. He has a first-round bye. And Star Wars is in a wild place. There's a bunch of... The meta's just wide open right now.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So stay tuned for all our Gen Con coverage, and we'll catch you guys on the next Star Wars game.
See you guys there.